Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing like a good old-fashioned gabba gabba, whoa, my calendar just committed seppuku. We're doing like an old-fashioned chatty favorites video because I feel very chatty today because I feel very chatty a lot these days because now that I'm like unemployed and I'm just home all the time, I don't get to talk to anybody that I'm not like blood related to, and I don't think that's good for anybody's psyche. So we're just gonna. I'm just gonna. I have some products here to talk about, but I'm probably just gonna end up jibba jabbing. So please feel free to jibba jab at me in the comment section below. I'd love to read whatever you've got going on these days, whatever you love these days, whatever your life updates are. Let me know so that we can jibba jab at each other. Okay, first and foremost, I have to address the elephant in the room. I did cut all of my hair off. This is my natural texture. I specifically didn't straighten. I was gonna straighten it for this video, but then I was like, maybe they want to see that it does get a little bit of a wave when it's shorter. So I do this thing every single time my hair starts to grow out, where I consider letting my natural hair completely grow out. And I think this time I've actually decided to do it because here's the thing: I started dyeing my hair when I was like 16. And at first, I kept my natural color on top, and I did like the bottom, like not this way, but like the underneath, like 3/4 of my head black, so that you could like see the black through my natural color. And then eventually, I dyed it like a dark purple, and then like a dark red, and then we went the infamous bright red haired Abby, and then I think it was around my 21st birthday that I dyed it all black for the first time, and I've now had black hair for what, 9 years? Because 2 weeks, no, 1 week from this video going up, I think I turned 30. So that's a long time to have black hair, but I do love black hair on me. And one of the things I never loved about my natural hair color, it was fine. It's shiny, it's nice, but I always felt like it kind of washed me out. But I'm just so incredibly lazy, you guys. Like, you're just so incredibly lazy. I don't want to dye my hair anymore. Now, of course, the double-edged sword of that is that all of my most watched YouTube videos are testing hair dyes. So here I am, like, oh, I would love for YouTube to be a source of income, and I'm not going to do the videos that get views anymore. Great, love that. But, like, this is the natural color that I have. It's like a light brown. You'll see it, obviously, more when it grows out. We already had that much, and then I kind of just thought, my long hair was, it's, like, I loved my hair long, but it was getting so long that it was annoying. Like, I was accidentally sitting on it all the time. It was getting in the way. It was so warm. It was so heavy, so I just, like, fit of rage, went to like one of those walk-in haircut places and had them cut it off. I'm neutral about it. I don't really care. Honestly, I just kind of, now that there's like 8 inches of hair cut off, I don't know. I told my sister that I want to let my hair grow out, and she said just be prepared for it to look stupid for a long time because, you know, and it will, and I get that, but I think she's underestimating how short I am and how little neck I have. Because like 8 inches of hair on someone else is maybe gonna come down to their chin, right? But on me, it's like longer because I don't have a neck. Like a foot of hair on someone else is not that long, but on me, you're gonna get down to like my lower back with a foot of hair. So I don't know. Well, we'll see where I am. Like we'll see how long I can put up with it. Hopefully, I can grow it all out. And it also doesn't just like having my natural hair color and having it long. It just feels more like I love being spooky and I love having black hair and being sort of gothish, but it feels more like Practical Magic brand witchy to have my natural hair color. You know what I mean? And I think that sort of suits me a little more. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna have like spiders and pumpkins and everything everywhere all the time, but I feel like I'm moving a little bit away from that spooky witchy and more into the green witchy, especially now that I have, at the last count, 82 houseplants. And I don't know, like I don't know. I think I'm just getting old and tired of dyeing my hair. And I can see myself once my hair grows out, like maybe re-bleaching like a little front section or something, just for funsies, especially because the contrast won't be so high. And I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. And am I promising you that I'm gonna grow my hair out? No. I could change my mind at any time. I've never really been an impulsive person, but like I don't know. I don't have a job, and I don't really care. I don't really care that much about my hair. Like, when she was like, how much do you want me to cut off? I was like, somewhere around here, blah. And so she just did it. And I don't know, like, I'm neutral about it. Do I love my hair being short? No. Did I love my hair being long? No. I mean, I'm just very blasé. For someone who loves beauty as much as I do, and I love makeup, and I love trying things, I'm so indifferent about my hair, and I wish I wasn't. Maybe I'll like it more once it's my natural color and it's nice and long, and I can convince myself that I'm Jillian Owens, you know? But that just means you're also gonna have to put up with me and my hair journey for the next little while, okay? But that's the main elephant in the room I think we have to address. Was there another one? I don't think so. It's just me growing my hair out. So I do have some products here to talk about, because I just kind of felt like that's par for the course of favorites videos. I also want to talk a little bit about movies, but I'll save that for the end in case you don't want to see that and you just want to click out. One of the things that I'm really trying to do these days is, like, I've always been a Sunday routine kind of girl. Like, that's just always been me. But I've been trying to incorporate painting my nails into the Sunday routine because I just really like how I feel when my nails are painted. I feel like my hands look nicer. I like that feel. And all of my nail polishes are these Sally Hansen Miracle Gels. So these are, like, not actual gel nail polishes. They work, like, regularly. But, like, I don't know what it is about these nail polishes, but I just like it. It usually lasts about 6 days, and then it starts to chip. And then once it starts to chip, I don't know, like, it's not that bad. And then once it is bad, I just take it off and wait until the next Sunday and do it again. So the color I'm wearing right now is called Slater Girl. Like, he was a Slater girl, she said, see you later, girl. They actually recently came out with a base coat in this line, so I bought that. I think I made my nail polish bag in a video with you, like a vlog a little while ago. But I just, like, every Sunday night, I go in the shower, I come out, I blow dry my hair. That's the first step, and now it takes me a quarter of the time it used to. Then I put on either the Sunday Rotten Mango video or the Sunday Daniel Kirsty video. They're both, like, true crime type things. And their videos are usually about an hour, and it takes me about an hour to do my nails. And that's what we do. And then I prepare for bed. And let me just tell you, I have never been someone who just lays down and falls asleep. I wish I could do that. Not even in my youth could I do that. I don't know what it is. I just have too much energy just, like, balled up inside me. So my sister and I went to TJ Maxx in the States, and I bought these, like, sleepy gummies. They're not, like, THC or anything. They're just, like, melatonin and theanine and botanicals. And they're by this brand called OLLY, and I actually recently repurchased these from Amazon because melatonin doesn't usually work for me. I don't know what that's about, but these really do. Now, I know you're not supposed to take this sort of thing every day, so I try to only limit myself to a couple of times a month, like maybe 2 or 3 times a month, or if I have something really important the next day, or if I've gone a couple of nights of really bad sleep, I'll take one of these. But, I mean, these have been really... This feels like an ad, because people are always, like, pushing sleepy gummies. I promise, this is not an ad. I just really like these. I bought them on a whim that one day with Sam, because she said she had heard that they were good. And so I bought them, and I really like them, and they really help me sleep. And another thing that really helps me sleep is an eye mask, and I recently bought this one, because I thought it was cute. But let me just tell you, something I didn't even think of before is that my other eye mask that I had been using was more cottony. It attracted so much cat hair. Like, I would have to, like, lint roll it every night before I went to bed. This, like, silky fabric doesn't have any cat hair on it, ever. Why didn't I do this a long time ago? I don't know. I don't know what's up, but I really like this one, and it's cute because it says rest in peace, and it's, like, spooky. And because I have so many plants, and there are cats, like, I have to sleep with my blinds open. I just leave my blinds open all the time, to be honest with you. But there's, like, a major road not far from my window, so cars drive up and down it all night with their headlights. And so there's a lot of light pollution in this room. Not to mention the fact that all of my grow lights, they're, like, little on-off toggle switches, have a little light on when the light's off, which is so annoying. But, yeah, so, like, between all those little lights and the street lights, I really need to use a sleep mask, and so I really like this one. It wasn't expensive, so I really recommend, especially if you, like, have a situation like me where there's a lot of light pollution. Just get an eye mask, okay? Just do it. I wanted to mention one skincare product, because years ago I owned the Laneige water cream, and I loved it. I don't know why I ever stopped buying it, so I recently rebought it. I think they, like, repackaged it, or rebranded it, because now it says Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. But I think it's the same product. I don't know. But this is one of the few moisturizers I've ever tried that I feel like really hydrates my skin beyond the surface layer. I really feel like it gets into my skin and, like, plumps up my crinkles from the inside, and I really appreciate that about this product. I don't use it every night because it was kind of expensive, but this is a really good product, especially if you have really, really dry skin. And I like to use it overnight, like I said, so I really, like, layer it on, and then I just go to bed with my little sleep mask, and try my best to get some beauty sleep. Talking about makeup, I've been really in a green eyeshadow and eyeliner kick lately. I don't know what that's about. I just really like the green around my eyes. And so I went into Sephora the other day. Fortunately, I went at like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, so there was like nobody in there. It was awesome. And I went to the Sephora collection eyeliners because they usually have a great shade variety and they're usually the cheapest in the store. And I bought this green one. It's an olive. Yeah, it's called Matte Olive. And it is the eyeliner I'm wearing on my lower lash line today. I love this color, and I actually really like this eyeliner formula. It is waterproof, and I haven't, like, bawled my eyes out in it or anything yet. There is a cat hair. Or my hair. Who knows? It stuck to my lip gloss. I don't even know whose hair that was. Like I said, I haven't cried in this yet, but it doesn't really smudge that bad, and it doesn't really, like, run or anything, which I really appreciate. They come in a variety of colors, and so far, I really like it. This is the 12-hour retractable eyeliner, but if you go to Sephora, they have, like, 2 different lines of, like, colored eyeliners right now, and they had a sort of olivey green in both of them, so I asked an employee, I was like, hey, what's the difference between these 2 lines? And she went, honestly, nothing. Just one has slightly different colors. So, I picked this one because it was the matte olive, and the other one had, like, a shimmery olive. And so far I really like it. And I also bought, like a purpley one. It's called Sangria. And I bought that because I think I read in a magazine once when I was like 9 years old that purple eye makeup really brings out blue eyes. And it just always stuck with me ever since. So I'm always drawn to like purple eyeliners and stuff, even though I never wear them. And I actually have not used that purple one yet, but I have used this one a bunch of times and I really like it. I also bought at Sephora that day. I don't even know what was happening. Like, I don't have a job. What am I doing spending money? But I bought the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow, whatever the heck this is, by Urban Decay. I am going to do a video on it at some point. I am, I swear. But I just wanted to give you, like, a little updatey type thing on it first, because I actually really do like it. It is what I'm wearing on my skin today, and I don't like the, like, applicator thing, because it's just this very skinny little squeeze. What is falling in this room? I swear to God, things are just falling. There's a ghost in here. Anyway, this little squeezy end, and it just, like, I feel like hardly any product comes out at once, which is probably for the best. I get it, but I like to be too much, right? So I just squeeze a little bit out, and honestly, I've been applying it with my hands, and, like, in the middle of my face, and, like, blending it out. More like a tinted moisturizer than a foundation, and I really have been liking it for that sort of light coverage, glowy skin type deal. I had been really in the market for like a lighter coverage tinted moisturizer type thing, and I started looking around, and why are some of these tinted moisturizers so expensive? The Laura Mercier one is like $70-something. This was like $40-something, which is still a lot of money, but I mean the Laura Mercier one is twice that. So, and I know this isn't a tinted moisturizer, but whatever. I was just shook. I was like, what? Who in this economy is buying a $70 tinted moisturizer? What is going on? I don't understand. And the other sort of tangible item that I wanted to mention, I actually have only had for about a week, but it's really cool. So one of the channels that I watch on the YouTubes here, like religiously, is Wildfern. She's a Canadian-based, like, plant YouTuber. And she has a vlog channel where she talks about books and stuff, and we'll talk more about books in a second. But she's been keeping, like, a physical book journal this year about, like, books she's read and stuff. And so she showed this. This is, like, an Ivy. It's called the Ivy printer, I guess. It's by Canon. And this prints like the Polaroids, but they're on sticker sheets. And so she's been printing 4 on a page of book covers and then cutting them and putting them into her notebook like that. And I thought that was the coolest thing because I've been trying to do this daily tarot thing. I did not do it one single time in all of February, but I did it pretty consistently for the beginning of January, and I'm trying to get back on the train. And I was just kind of like, I could print the tarot cards like every 4 days and put them in there and just elevate my daily tarot card game. So that's what I've done. And I also purchased 50 sheets. So that's, a fair amount of time. It is so cool. It connects to your phone on like an app, and through the app you can like design, like, if you want to print a photo or a collage or like whatever, and it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. It was a little expensive. It was like $119, I think. But it's such a goofy little thing to have, and I do love it, and it is so much fun. I also have the like regular Polaroid printer. I've had that for a while, and I love the Polaroid printer. I print Polaroids with it all the time, using the app on my phone. But something about having the sticker paper, it just itches the sticker part of my brain. If you know me, you know I have a sticker hoarding problem. I actually did have a box of stickers when I was a kid that my mom called my sticker box, where I just hoarded stickers, and I just have the older, grown-up version of it now, too. I've got a big bin of stickers that I think are too nice to use, and I've started using stickers lately, but only because I bought duplicates. So, like, one is to hoard and one is to use. What is up with that? But I just have sticker anxiety, because what if I put it somewhere and it gets wrecked, or it's ugly, or I want to use it for something? Can't do it. I did also buy, like, this was my eldest sister's idea, like, shelf lining that you use in, like, cupboards and stuff, but it's clear. So I put the Witchcraft sticker that I bought on Redbubble on my sewing machine, and I put this, like, vinyl shelf clear sticker over it to protect it. So that's good. So maybe I can do that with more things in the future. But for the most part, I do have sticker anxiety, so maybe the ability to print some things will help, question mark, I don't know. Now, why did my camera just fall? Why has this happened? Now, I did also want to talk about movies, because it has occurred to me lately that, like, okay, so did I technically, in a roundabout way, kind of go to film school? Yes. But I am just so not a movie snob. Like, if I had a good time watching a movie, if I enjoyed it, even if it was kind of goofy or whatever, that's all I want. You know what I mean? And so many people, like, tear movies apart that I don't think necessarily deserve it, because maybe it's not what you wanted from the movie, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily terrible. Like, if I'm sitting down to watch an Academy Award-winning Best Picture, there is a certain expectation of that movie, but that expectation is usually, in my opinion, that it's going to be a drama. It's going to be a very serious, well-done movie. Like, that's not the kind of movie you're going to get from, you know, some of these, like, goofier, low-budget horror movies and that sort of thing. And, you know, I don't know, I think people are too hard on movies sometimes. And so, that being said, they recently put both the Exorcist movie and the Last Voyage of the Demeter on Amazon Prime, like, video to watch. And I watched them both, and I remember seeing, like, really bad reviews for both movies. And I really enjoyed the Last Voyage of the Demeter. And I didn't hate The Exorcist. Like, I thought it was fun. It's fine. You know what I mean? Was it the best movie ever made? No. Was it better than the original? No. But it's a decent requel. You know what I mean? Were there some cheesy lines? Yes. They make Chris McNeil, the character, so Ellen Burstyn, from the original movie say something about, like, how she wasn't allowed to watch her daughter's exorcism because of the patriarchy, and that's cringy. Another one of the complaints that I saw about The Exorcist Believer is that it felt like two separate movies put together. But I don't know, like, the first half of the movie is sort of character building and getting you to understand what's going on, and then, like, the second half of the movie is the exorcism. I don't know, like, this movie spends significantly less time on kind of going through medical reasons why the girls could be acting this way than the original one does. But I don't know that it felt like two separate movies. I don't know. I didn't think it was that terrible. I did not hate watching it, and it was only like an hour and a half long, so it's not like it was a gajillion years long. I didn't hate it. I really didn't. Would I watch it again? Sure. And then The Last Voyage of the Demeter, if you don't know what this movie is. So Bram Stoker's Dracula is not really, like, written like a novel the way novels are written. It's like a collection of letters. And there's a section in Bram Stoker's Dracula that's about the boat that ends up sort of unknowingly bringing Dracula from, I guess it would be Transylvania or whatever, to America, right? I think that's what happens. Yeah. Anyway, they don't even know he's, like, one of their cargo, and they bring him there. And so that's all this movie's based on. It's like, and you know from the beginning of the movie that there's no survivors. And one of the things I really loved about this movie is too often, especially, like, lately, vampires are made to be this, like, they're, like, babes, and there's, like, seduction, and I love that stuff. I love Twilight. I never watched True Blood, but I'm sure I would love it. I love Buffy. But I also really love a gross, scary vampire. Like, something that's human-ish, but not really. And they do a really good job of making this vampire scary in this movie. They don't show him too often, but when they do show him, and the glimpses you get, he is scary. It's kind of gory. And one of the things I really liked about it is that it's very atmospheric. Like, it takes place on a boat, like an old-school wooden boat. And it's, I don't know, like, it does a good job of being creepy, I found. Like, it's not scary, but it's creepy, and I don't know. I thought it was good. I don't understand, but then I'm also like, maybe I'm just really easy to please. Like, if I hate a movie, it's probably really boring. That is what it takes for me to hate a movie, is it's boring. And I didn't find either of those movies boring. I thought there were definitely parts in The Exorcist Believer that were a little silly. But overall, I did not hate it. And I've definitely seen worse possession movies, let me just tell you that. And then, okay, so I was talking about books a second ago, and Wildfern doing her like reading journal. I so wish I could be a book girly. I don't know what it is. Even now, I have nothing more important to do. I could just sit and read, and I just can't get myself to do it. I feel like I need to be doing something with my hands. I think maybe I just have too much nervous energy, right? Like, I need to be crocheting. I've been really into crocheting. I need to be sewing. I need to be doing something. I need to be running a million miles a minute. And reading is just too chill. I try so hard to be a reading girly, but I've been reading the same book that is like an easy read since October. I'm gonna finish it. I'm determined. But I'm just like, I really am not good at reading. I wish I was. But one of the classic books that I actually would like to read, I read like none of the classics, okay? But one of the ones that I would love to read is Little Women, because I've always loved the 90s movie with Winona Ryder, and Christian Bale is just like absolutely incredible as Laurie. I've always had a crush on Christian Bale because of him as Laurie, and like Winona, it's so good. But the point of this whole spiel is that I did finally see Greta Gerwig's Little Women. It's on Netflix now. And I did really like it. There are definitely elements of the original, or not the original, but the 90s one that I liked better. And there are also elements of Greta Gerwig's that I liked better. One of the things I never liked in the 90s one was changing Amy's actor to have, like, Kirsten Dunst as a kid and then a different actress when she's older. A lot of people in the comment sections of, like, things that I've read feel differently. They actually prefer the different actress because it really shows a difference between her as a kid and her as an adult. But I just felt like we never got enough time with the second actress, and it just felt kind of disconnected. Whereas with an incredible actress like Florence Pugh, sure, I don't buy her as like an 11-year-old in the kid parts, but she definitely feels younger and then feels older when she's older. She does such an incredible job. I love her. And then, Little Women is always one of those stories that just, like, tugs at my heartstrings a little more, and I think it's because, it's about 4 sisters, and there are 4 of us, right? So I'm always like, which one of my sisters and me is which March sister? And it's like, I don't know, like, it's a very different time period, obviously, but there are, you get 4 sisters, it's very easy to draw similarities. One of the things that I thought Greta Gerwig did really, really well that maybe isn't done as well in the original is the sort of chaos. So when all 4 sisters are together, that is very much what happens when all 4 of us are together, and they're all talking over each other and they're all yelling. And there's actually this great scene in the newer one where they're in the Lawrence's house after Amy had just been like, I don't know if she was hit with the belt or something at school because she drew that like rude picture of her teacher, and the whole March family goes to pick her up, and they're all like talking over each other, and it's all loud, and then they like walk out the door, and it's just left with this silence after. The room is silent. And Greta does a really good job at, like, you feel the void of the sisters not in there. And that is exactly the truth. And I want to become a reading girly so that I can actually read the Little Women books, so that I have the full story and not just the pieces that are in both movies. Is what I'm trying to say. And there are so many books that I would love to read, but I just can't do it. One time when I was a youth, I did try to read Lord of the Rings, and I couldn't do it. I know, don't kill me, Tolkien. I know, I'm so sorry. But he spends too long on, like, hills and describing hills and trees, and I just, like, my brain would just wander, and I would get bored. And something that Tolkien would really actually hate is that I've read all of C.S. Lewis's Narnia books. I read those all as a kid, and I love them. I must have read The Magician's Nephew a million times because it was my favorite. Although I don't think I ever finished Horse and His Boy, because I was like, well, I don't really care about horses, and I don't really care about boys. So I never finished that one. But I read the rest of them. But yeah, I couldn't read Lord of the Rings. And I almost wonder if, like, I don't know, I'm a simple girl. I want to read simple books. I don't want something I do leisurely to be difficult. Although, I'm at a point right now where, because I'm currently jobless, like, I don't really have anything else to apply my brain to. So maybe I could read something a little more difficult, but I don't know. Maybe that's Little Women. I don't know. But I probably couldn't do Lord of the Rings, even though I wish I could. I wish I could just, like, download the audiobooks exist. Huh. Maybe I could read Lord of the Rings if it was an audiobook. I never thought of that till just now. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. This was a whole journey that I just went on from I can't read Lord of the Rings to audiobook to... I just wanted to tell you guys that I had seen Greta Gerwig's Little Women, and it is incredible, and it deserves all the accolades that it gets. The 90s one will always hold a special place in my heart, even though there are some things in it that I don't love. Like the changing of the actresses for Amy, like the oldness of the guy who plays Friedrich. Like, why is he, like, old enough to be her father? I don't understand that. He's too old. But they do a better job building Friedrich and Joe's relationship in the 90s one. But in the new one, Greta does a better job of having me, at least, believe that Laurie and Amy actually do love each other. Whereas in the 90s one, I always felt like he was just going with his second choice. I know that that's terrible, but that's what it felt like to me. I am gibbering. I'm gibbering. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I think I wanted to jibba-jab about. If you want to watch my vlog, that's going to go up in a little bit. I started it like a month ago and then abandoned it, so now I'm just going to like take you through a bunch of stuff that I've made recently in that vlog. I don't even know. Like, I hardly ever leave the house because I don't have any money and I have nowhere to go. So, I don't know. Like, what are you guys doing? What are you up to? What are you watching? What are you eating? I don't know. Do you think I should grow... I'm going to make a community poll on my community page right after this video goes up, asking you if you think I should grow my hair out, or if you think I should keep it like this. And if hopefully I can find photos of my natural hair color to include in the post. But I want your opinion, because parts of me are still torn. Because as much as I love things staying the same, I'm also lazy, and I don't want to have to dye my hair anymore. Anyway, like I said, I'm just jibba-jabbing now, so I'm going to stop recording this and go edit it now. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so sorry the videos have been inconsistent. I just don't have ideas. Like, I just sit here and I crochet things. I'm doing my first ever market with my friend Alyssa, so I just crochet things for our table, and I watch, like, true crime videos. And that is literally all I do all day, every day. I wish I was lying, but that's the truth. So... that's it. But you can let me know if there's any video you want to see in the comment section below. Let me know that too. Let me know about your life. Let me know what's up. Anyway, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!